The crisp air of the Arctic, usually a biting welcome, felt almost eerily still that day. Three figures, so often at the forefront of the world's most urgent crises, moved with a quiet, almost domestic purpose. It was Superman's birthday, and Batman, Robin, and Wonder Woman had arrived at the Fortress of Solitude, gifts in hand, ready for a rare moment of peace, a shared celebration. But what they found inside wasn't a hero preparing for cake, it was a hero lost, utterly consumed by a vibrant, pulsating horror. Superman was standing rigid, eyes glazed, a serene, almost beatific smile on his face. Wrapped around him was an alien plant, the Black Mercy, a thing of insidious beauty with tendrils that pulsed with a faint, hypnotic light. Its purpose, they soon learned, was to trap its victim in a perfect, customized hallucination. A dream so vivid, so utterly convincing that the sleeper would never wish to wake. For the Man of Steel, the dream was, ironically, the life he had always longed for. A Krypton that never exploded, a loving family, a place where he truly belonged, free from the crushing weight of his responsibilities on Earth. It was a perfect lie, a golden cage of bliss. This profound peace, however, was quickly shattered by the thunderous arrival of Mongol, the tyrannical alien warlord, the plant's true master and purveyor of this cruel birthday gift. He emerged from the shadows, a towering figure of brute force and malice, reveling in Superman's incapacitated state. Mongol explained his gift with chilling indifference, a perfect, perpetual hallucination, ensuring his most formidable enemy would never again trouble him. The air in the fortress grew heavy with his mocking laughter and the grim realization of the heroes. Their friend was trapped in a dream so powerful, so alluring, that to save him, they would have to rip him from his deepest desires, forcing him back into a reality of isolation and relentless struggle. What followed was a battle of desperation against overwhelming odds. Mongol, a being of immense physical power, was more than a match for any one of them, perhaps even two. Batman, ever the strategist, struggled against Mongol's sheer might, his every calculated strike absorbed by the tyrant's monstrous frame. Wonder Woman, with her Amazonian strength and unwavering courage, engaged Mongol in a brutal dance, her lasso flashing, her fists impacting with bone-jarring force. But even their combined efforts seemed to barely faze the alien warlord. He was a force of nature, a living engine of destruction, intent on breaking them as surely as he had seemingly broken Superman. The fight was less about winning and more about enduring, about buying time, about finding any sliver of opportunity. It was in one such chaotic moment, amidst the clash of blows and Mongol's taunts, that a turning point arrived, a quiet testament to unexpected courage. Mongol, in his arrogance and immense power, had casually discarded one of his enormous gauntlets, a heavy, armored fist covering. It lay momentarily forgotten on the icy floor. Robin, the youngest of the trio, agile and quick-witted, saw it. He was a boy fighting alongside legends against a foe who could crush him with a thought. Yet, in that instant, he didn't hesitate. With a surprising surge of strength born of sheer will, he hoisted the massive gauntlet, a weapon designed for a giant, and brought it down with all his might upon Mongol's head. The blow, delivered with the tyrant's own discarded might, stunned Mongol, sending him staggering. It wasn't a killing blow, not even a decisive one in the grand scheme of things, but it was enough. It was a momentary crack in Mongol's impenetrable armor of confidence, a testament to the fact that even the smallest, most vulnerable hero, armed with wit and determination, could wound the seemingly invincible. This audacious act, this small but monumental victory, jarred something loose. Superman, stirring from his blissful prison, began to fight the Black Mercy's hold. The dream, once so perfect, started to fray at the edges, morphing into a nightmare as his deepest fears and regrets began to pierce through the idyllic facade. His inner struggle was agonizing, a visual representation of a soul being torn between the comfort of illusion and the harshness of truth. When he finally broke free, his awakening was not gentle. It was a roaring, primal surge of fury, the raw power of a godlike being who had been violated, robbed of his last, most tender dream. Mongol, who had reveled in his torment, now faced the full, unbridled wrath of Superman, a force so potent it quickly overwhelmed him. The tyrant, who had thought himself unchallengeable, was defeated, humiliated, and cast away. In the quiet aftermath, as the Black Mercy withered and the fortress settled back into its frigid calm, there was no need for grand speeches or declarations. They simply stood together, a silent acknowledgement of the harrowing journey they had shared. They had risked everything, not just their lives, but the very peace of their friend, to pull him back from a perfect dream that was also a perfect prison. It was a profound act of love and friendship, a demonstration that true camaraderie sometimes means inflicting pain, means shattering a golden lie to bring a cherished companion back to the demanding, imperfect, but ultimately real world they shared. This story, for the man who has everything, is a powerful reminder of the true nature of heroism and friendship. It's not always about facing the biggest monster or stopping the most devastating threat. Sometimes it's about the quiet courage to save someone from their own blissful ignorance, to choose the harsh reality of companionship over the seductive comfort of a perfect solitary dream. It asks us to consider what it truly means to be there for someone, to understand their deepest longings, and to be willing to tear down even their most beautiful illusions for the sake of their true self. What do you think of this powerful story? Have you ever had to pull someone back from a golden lie, or perhaps been pulled back yourself? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the deeper layers of our favorite heroes, please consider liking this video and subscribing for more explorations of stories that resonate with the human spirit. Until next time, take care.